Good afternoon, Kaymanis. Today's video will talk about activities chapter 5, 6, and 7, which is due on Wednesday, August 5, 2020. So these activities that you're going to do is the succeeding activities prior to activities 1 to 4 that you did last week. So let me show you what it looks like on the teacher's perspective. I've uploaded the file directly on your Edmodo last week. Pretty sure you've already seen it, but if you haven't yet, you may download the file in order for you to check the introduction, the rationale, objectives, and the activities per se. So we're done with activity 1, which is awareness, which talks about challenging your personal negative thoughts. Activity 2, it talks about confidence or in believing in your abilities. Activity 3, making the right choices. And activity 4, which is the last activity that you've submitted last Sunday, talks about character strength or developing your set of values. Now, for activity number 5, or tool number 5, there's a short story on the top, or just short introduction of what this activity is all about. And I read, and I quote, "When you are hungry and you want to eat a buko pie, do you wish or do you visit buko pie store A or buko pie store B? Do you buy a medium size or a large size? Do you dine in or do you take out? Just like ordering a buko pie from your favorite shop, there is a process in solving your problems. Try this activity that teaches you a strategy in making appropriate solutions to the problems you encounter." Now, what is the objective of activity or tool number 5, which talks about competence, with the subtitles of solving problems? Now, let's zoom it in. The objective is to identify, develop, and appreciate the process of solving a problem. So for this activity, the main objective is for you to identify, develop, and appreciate the process of solving a specific problem or issue. If you don't have a problem or an issue right now, it's a problem or an issue that may arise in the future. Now, what is the mechanics? You may answer the worksheet directly or make it an interactive activity by doing these simple steps. So you may do this activity or you may go directly to this activity. Now, this is what it looks like on a teacher's perspective. But how does it looks like on your end? Let me show it to you. So we have this one. Building Resilience in the Time of Crisis. That's the book, right? And we have tool number 5, Competence, with a subtitle, Solving Problems. Now, you're going to write your name. Your year and section is already presented. So all you need to do is to answer the 6 questions for activity number 5. Now, this is a Word document. Meaning to say, you can edit it out by downloading the file via Edmodo. So you may visit Edmodo to download the file, write your name, your full name, and then once you're done answering questions 1 to 6 and activities 6 and 7, then you may submit it back to Edmodo. Okay? Now, on your end, it looks like this. You have questions and you have spaces for you to answer. Question number 1. What is your present worries? Or what are your present worries? Let's take a look at the pie. So here, it is number 1, right? What is your present problems or worries in life? Okay? Right at this very moment, what worries you most? Is it financial difficulties or financial instability, emotional distress, or family differences or family problems or issues? So you may write down at least 1 to 3 problems or worries of you today. Now, number 2, advantages of the problem. Now, it seems like you've already done this, right? Here, activity number 3. But this activity is presented in a pie chart. Sir, can we copy the answer that we have for activity number 3 and paste it on activity number 5? No, you may not. Okay, next, advantages of the problem. 3, disadvantages of the problem. 4, evaluate the disadvantages and the advantages of your problem. 5, decision making. And number 6, action plan, which makes it a whole pie. But on your end, it looks like this. You have a question and you have spaces for you to answer. So just type your answer on the space provided, at least 1 to 3 sentences each answer. Now, if you don't have any other question with activity number 5, let's proceed with activity number 6. Building resilience in the time of crisis, tool number 6 is entitled Coping, with a subtitle, Learning Mindfulness. Again, write your name on the space provided. Your instruction is already presented. Now, the activity is entitled Breathe In, Breathe Out. Now, you have 5 boxes here. Okay, but how are we going to answer this activity? Let's go to the teacher's perspective. Now, according to mindfulness or learning mindfulness, stretching your body each morning can make your muscles strong. But did you know that your mind needs some exercise too? Of course. And that is called mindfulness. Try practicing mindfulness through the 5 senses exercise by doing this activity. Now, this is your guide. So first, you need to notice and focus your attention on 5 things that you can see. Anything that you can see. Second, notice and focus your attention on 4 things that you can feel. 4 things. Number 3, notice and focus your attention on 3 things you can hear. 3 things you can hear, 4 things you can feel, and 5 things you can see. Number 4, notice and focus your attention on 2 things you can smell. 2 things you can smell, 3 things you can hear, 4 things you can feel, and 5 things you can see. And the last one, notice and focus your attention on one thing you can taste. Meaning to say, all in all, you will have 5 plus 4 is 9, plus 3 is 12, plus 2, 14, plus 1, 15. So you have 15 answers for activity number 6. And a little self-love reminder is that everything will be okay. Okay, let's go ahead and check this out. Now, what it looks like on the teacher's perspective. So we have here 2 people concentrating. Okay, breathing in and breathing out. So the first one is this. One thing you can taste, and it goes to number 2. 2 things you can smell. It goes to number 3. 3 things you can hear. Goes to number 4. 4 things you can feel. And number 5, 5 things you can see. By doing this activity, all you have to do is to breathe in and breathe out. Okay? So that is activity number 6. So what it looks like on the student's perspective. Let's go ahead and check. Okay? I'm stuttering. Okay, so here, number 1, things you can taste, these are 5. Things you can smell, these are 4. Things you can hear, these are 3. Things you can touch, 2. And 1 thing that you can see. So all you need to do is to list down the things, persons, activities that touches your senses. If you don't have any other question for tool number 6 or activity number 6, let's go ahead and proceed with the last activity for this for Monday until Wednesday. Now this is entitled Connection with a subtitle Communicating Positively. Again, write your name and just leave the year and section as it is. Now for this activity, you have again 5 questions or 5 topics. Let's go ahead and check this out on a teacher's perspective. Home sweet home is the story. Your home is considered your first school, right? Before we are able to enroll in real classes, we learn different things at home first. Your family or loved ones are the primary people that care about you, and through them, you are able to surpass a lot of challenges. Today, learn how to strengthen the relationship you have with our family through these simple steps. So our objective or our main agenda for this activity is for you to identify and develop ways to communicate positively with your loved ones, family members, and appreciate the values of connecting with them. Especially that we are millennials. So what are your guides? The first step in strengthening relationships is to build rapport. This will create a common ground and an environment of trust. Now, here, rapport, or to build rapport, is the roof. What is rapport? Let's go ahead and check this out on a Merriam dictionary. Okay, so rapport is a friendly and harmonious relationship, especially a relationship characterized by agreement, mutual understanding, or empathy that makes communication possible or easy. Other terms for rapport is communion, fellowship, or rapprochement. So, good rapport means good way of communicating with other people. Now, your next step is to use observation as a basis of your communication. Now, here, that is this part of the roof, this side. Third, say what you feel in an honest and respectful manner. This is the third step. So, on the picture, that is the second floor of the house. Express your feelings about the observation. Now, tell them your needs based on your observations and feelings. So, this is this part of the house. Provide your request. So tell them. And number 5, express your request and arrive to an action plan and close it with an agreement. That is this part of the house. Now, am I going to build a house or write a house or draw a house? Let's go ahead and check that on the student's perspective. Now, on your end, all you need to do is to write down in a paragraph form. For number 1, build rapport. How are you going to build rapport? Number 2, use your observation. Now, what is your observation regarding this specific topic? Number 3, express your feelings about your observation. Now, how do you feel communicating with your family members or persons close to you? Number 4, what are your requests with them? Number 5, make an agreement and close it in action by doing the request. Okay, I hope that you have identified this video informative. If you have any questions, you may reach me out on Edmodo, Google Hangouts, Messenger, or through text or call. Okay? But please be advised that this activities is only due until Wednesday, 11:59 p.m. Submission or late submission prior to the deadline will be given a sure demerit or a loss of scores. Now, I hope that everyone will be able to provide the the document as soon as possible, for sure with the answer. Submit it via Edmodo. I'll go ahead and provide you a description or the link so you can submit it there. Okay? Again, this is Sir Kim. If you have questions, again, reach me out via Edmodo, Google Hangouts, chat on Messenger, and text or calls. Thank you and have a nice day. Bye kayo, manis.